we have two Jokers now. We have Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Because as of right now, the DC extended universe or cinematic universe is kind of in complete chaos. And it seems like they don't really know what's going on.
Wait, so they're still continuing the DC
So
cinematic universe?
the thing is that I believe there are plans for, well, okay, so next we have Wonder Woman coming out. There are plans for a sequel to Aquaman, and there is an upcoming Harley Quinn Birds of Prey
Right.
film coming out.
But like Superman's out, isn't he? And Ben Affleck.
Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are out. Ben Affleck officially, I don't think they made the official announcement about Henry Cavill, but I'm pretty sure like everyone's operating on the assumption that he's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you gonna have like a Batman and Superman that's like not
So
the same?
that's the thing.
That's
like
so weird.
the whole DC universe is like in complete chaos right now, and I don't know. I hope they have plans on fixing it, but like for an audience member, it's really confusing as far as like where is everything going.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jared Leto's Joker is not the same as Joaquin Phoenix.
Right. I don't think
definitely.
he's the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Joker movie we just saw is not part of the universe whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think that it's completely separate, which was a good thing
Perfect.
for the movie, but a bad thing for the cinematic universe, which I really don't care at this point. Like what happens moving forward with the cinematic universe, because I don't know, like once, like now that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are gone, I personally feel like they should just start the whole thing over. But we still have all of these projects coming out that kind of indicate to everybody that, okay, we're going to keep trying to move forward with this as much as possible, which I feel like is a mistake.
They're just pretending nothing ever happened. That's basically what's going on.
Yeah.
It was all your imagination.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, to be honest, they haven't really built too much of a foundation. Like, what's the purpose of a cinematic universe? It's so that it's shared, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that characters can interact with each other. But I feel like they haven't done much in terms of building something that's a foundation for that to happen.
Right. Yeah. Superman's body was in Shazam.
Yeah, that's
they didn't have his head. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like that's the problem with DC's universe, is that it was definitely, at least at the beginning, very rushed, and they just like were like, okay, we need to just make this movie happen. We need to make this teamwork happen, and we don't really care about the quality going into it. But it seems like that is changing, where now we have this Joker standalone movie, and it wasn't made with the intention of having it be connected to the cinematic universe. In fact, it wasn't made with the intention of having a sequel at all. But now, like, with how much money it's made, people are talking about there has to be a sequel.
Oh God, that could be another discussion we can have.
Right. But I think that the Joker movie was an experiment, and it was a very successful experiment. It was a very successful experiment where they were like, okay, let's just try this, standalone Joker movie. It's not gonna have Batman. It's not gonna have anybody else. Origin for the Joker. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. And it worked out very well for them. And now coming up, we have the new Batman, where it's the people that have been announced for this new Batman. It looks like they're going for quality, as far as like, they're not necessarily going for like the biggest names or like the people that will like draw in the most people, but they're going for a lot of talented people, like Robert Pattinson. Outside of the terrible, horrible Twilight stuff, he's actually a very accomplished actor in the movies that he's been in outside of those movies. And then Commissioner Gordon, I forgot the guy's name, but the black guy in Westworld, and he was in the the other movies with Katniss in them. He's a good actor, and a lot of the other actors that they have announced, Colin Farrell is playing Penguin, stuff like that. It's really interesting choices, and there are a lot of talented people that are being attached to this movie, and so it looks like they're changing their focus a little bit, which is a good thing. But then at the same time, we have a Birds of Prey movie with no Jared Leto in it that's coming up too. So it's just like, what's going on? What are we supposed to be paying attention to? What's connected to what? How are they doing these things? It's really confusing to watch.
Yeah, so the fact that there is no Jared Leto, does that mean that he's completely removed from the universe as well?
It's a big question mark. And it's kind of like messed up his situation, in my opinion, because Suicide Squad was a bad movie. It was a horrible movie. And I feel like his portrayal of the Joker is tainted by how bad that movie was. I feel like if the movie was a good movie, or at least just even a fine movie, we wouldn't hate on his portrayal of the Joker.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people hate on his portrayal, but in my opinion, I don't think he did a bad job.
I don't think he did a bad job either. Like, Jared Leto is like an Academy Award nominated actor. He's a good actor, and I think his portrayal of the Joker, it was different, it was interesting, and I think if it was attached to a good movie, then people would have, enjoyed it. Maybe not. It's not at the same level as far as acting as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but
Heath Ledger. Sorry.
Or
Heath
or
Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Or Heath Ledger. Yeah. I'll say that. I'll agree with you on that.
I'll give a shout out to you. Rest in peace.
Or Heath Ledger's Joker. But I feel like if it was attached to a good movie, then it wouldn't have the hate that it does. But without, like, as you said before, you mentioned before we started filming that, like, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have gotten the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah, that's the thing, Thanks to now that Jared Leto's out, we got Joaquin Phoenix, so that's where it gets into that dynamic.
But it's almost messed up too because he's not even officially out. I don't think there's been, like, as far as the general public, there has not been an official announcement that Jared Leto is out. And Joaquin Phoenix, like, went into the Joker movie not wanting to do a sequel. Like, he doesn't want to be, like, he's not a sequel actor. Like, he doesn't want to be part of, like, this franchise world. There was a moment where he was up for Doctor Strange, but that, like, didn't fall through. And I don't think that would have worked as well because he's not, like, that kind of actor. Like, that's not necessarily the projects that he has shown interest in over time. So I don't know, like, they might want to be making their movies with Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, but then even the way that the movie went, like, how is that gonna work? Like, the movie is set as 1981. By the time we get to modern day, he's gonna be like a 67, not even 60, like 70, 80-year-old.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Well, then again, we don't know if that was the actual Joker because, again, it all could be in his interpretation. So maybe he creates the Joker.
Right.
They can do some weird thing like that.
Right, but yeah, like, as far as, like, that, I say that to say that having them, like, do some kind of convoluted way of making this Joker the new Joker in the cinematic universe for DC seems unlikely.
Is the new Batman in the cinematic universe?
I don't believe so.
Then I don't think they have to, like, they're probably just going to choose a new actor for the Joker.
Yeah, I think that, okay, so that's true. I think that I think we have to see, because I don't know that the new Batman is going to be part of it or not. Nobody's said anything definitively that it's connected, which is what the assumption that I'm running off of is that it's not connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, how can it be if it's completely different actors?
I thought they agreed that it was just going to be, they're all standalones now. Wasn't that the agreement now?
I think that they said that they're going to be making standalone films, but it's really just confusing just because, like, they're also making cinematic universe film.
I mean, I think the only thing that's connecting to the cinematic universe is that they used to be part of a cinematic universe. But now that they're not part of a cinematic universe, we can just make the assumption they're just standalones. because they never mentioned it's still back cinematic universe. So.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. I think it's just like it's hard because once you put that genie, like once you take that genie out the bottle, it's hard to put it back in. It's hard to like say that. Okay, yeah, I know that there are like 2 movies where all of these characters were like in it together, and like there's one where they're like teamed up and like fighting, but none of that happened. None of that.
Yeah,
happened.
I mean, there's always one explanation that they could use, which is multiverse, right?
Yeah.
True. I mean, but like even the Flash movie, that thing's been a joke. Like that thing's been pushed.
There's no Flash movie.
Back and forth so many times, and like directors have fallen off that film so many times. It's just like
all they need to do is do a Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they could have
true.
done to solve this problem.
That could very well fix the problem, but I don't know that. I feel like DC is too big, and there are too many moving pieces that are not connected to each other to make that work well. The thing with Marvel is that it all is being controlled or like directed by Kevin Feige. Like one guy is like, okay, this guy knows all the pieces of the puzzle and how they fit together, and everything has to go through him for the final like okay, because he knows like this is what the plan is. And for the longest time, that wasn't like that person wasn't at DC. It was just like a team of people, and they're like, oh, let's Bohemian Rhapsody is a cool song for Suicide Squad movie, and she's gonna, we'll just throw this together. Will Smith is cool, all of that. It's gonna be cool, and then it just like they try to replicate that same thing without the same level of care as far as the planning.
Right. So what's next in terms of next year, like the movies? It's Birds of Prey or
Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out. I think Birds of Prey is next year.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Okay, yeah. Birds of Prey.
That's pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there's more, or maybe not. Maybe just those 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Batman movie.
Same. I think that the Batman movie is going to be good because I'm excited about all the talented people that are attached to it. It sucks that Ben Affleck's not going to be part of it anymore, and that we're not going to get the whole Deathstroke story that we were going to get before. But
that's been overplayed in like the whole DC.
Like the cartoon DC.
Everything.
Not just everything. We have
the
a
games.
Deathstrokes.
Yeah, that's
always.
true.
So it's like we don't need it.
And he's a popular character. So.
That's true.
And he used to be my favorite like villain because of Teen Titans.
Yeah, Slade.
But yeah, I think that it'll be. I think we just have to keep our eyes open moving forward. Jared Leto, as far as his position, like I said, I think it's kind of at least a little bit messed up that he was like in a sucky movie, and then now he's like essentially being replaced by Joaquin Phoenix. This is Joker, where he like performed better and the movie was much better. So it looks like he might be like getting pushed out simply off of that comparison. Mm-hmm. But I guess it sucks. I guess life sucks sometimes. Yeah.
I have faith in the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Same.
Mm-hmm.